Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about chapters 13, 14, and 15, focusing on adaptations, genre films, remakes and sequels, and film society. Let's get to it. First, I want to talk about genre films and how genre affects the meaning of a film. Genre basically sets expectations for the audience before the movie even starts. For example, if you're watching a horror movie, you expect tension, fear, and suspense. If it's a comedy, you expect humor and lighthearted moments. Because of that, genre shapes how we interpret what happens in the film. Genre also creates certain patterns and conventions. For example, action movies usually have a hero, a conflict, and a big final showdown. Romantic movies usually focus on relationships and emotional moments. These patterns make it easier for audiences to follow the story, but they can also become predictable if not done well. Another example, or another important idea, is how genre creates expectations. When people go into a movie, they also have an idea of what they're going to see. If a movie follows these expectations, it can be satisfying, but if it breaks them in a smart way, it can be even more interesting. That's usually what separates an average movie from a great one. Next, I want to talk about what makes a good genre film. I think a good genre film understands the rules, but does something unique with them. It gives the audiences what they expect, but also adds something new. For example, a good action movie is just not about explosions. It also has strong characteristics and characters and a story that keeps you engaged. There are also challenges when it comes to making genre films. One of the biggest challenges is avoiding being repetitive. Since so many films follow similar formulas, it can be hard to stand out. Another challenge is balancing what the audience expects with creativity. If you change too much, people might not like it. But if you don't change enough, it can feel boring. Now, I want to talk about remakes and sequels. These are very common in today's films industry. Sequels continue a story, while remakes retell the existing one. The reason they're so popular is because they already have an audience. However, they can be difficult to make because people compare them to an original. A good sequel or remake needs to add something new instead of just repeating the same story. Another topic from chapters is how film connects to society. Film often reflects what is happening in the real world. They can show cultural values, social issues, even political ideas. Sorry about that. For example, some films use their stories to comment on topics like inequality, identity, or conflict. Film can also create a sense of identity and belonging. National cinema, which refers to films made within a specific country or culture, can show traditions, history, and values. This helps people feel connected to their culture and can also teach others about how different perspectives. Overall, these chapters help me understand that movies are not just entertainment. Genre, remakes, and cultural influences all play a role in shaping how films are made and how audiences respond to them. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than people usually realize. Thanks for watching, y'all. That's all I got.